Connected. Channel switch.
Hi, Doc.
Thanks.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Good day, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
User joined your channel.
Laurent.
Yes.
Hey, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
It is.
Do you have any kind of a decent setup to fly with, Dennis, on the road like that?
Only thing I'm lacking is my rudder pedals.
Okay.
Service up.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. We're flying home. The final is close to my apartment.
That's cool.
Yeah. For all pilot which reach could come in for a beer.
Well, Innsbruck is definitely on my bucket list to visit someday.
I live at the finish point.
Oh, wow. Well, chill the beer. I'll be there sometime.
Okay. Deal.
User joined your channel.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Nicola.
Ciao,
Hi,
Nicola.
Nicola.
Hi.
Hi, Nicola.
Hello.
Last time we flew out of this airport going this direction, everybody took the valley going up around to the north there. I tried going along the blue line and ended up having to restart.
Week famous, I see. Guess another day for the AJ3.
A very interesting task. Let's see.
Oh, wow. During my working life, part of my duties was a sim instructor. And we used to have customers that flew into and out of Innsbruck, and the approach procedures require special certification to fly in and out of here. So quite familiar with the approach and missed approach and circling procedures at the airport. It's absolutely gorgeous.
There are 2 or 3 spots also in Switzerland that you have special instructions, or it's not allowed to land there.
Were there instructions for when unauthorized glider competitions were suddenly launched from the airport?
I hope the tow pilots are familiar with the special instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay the hell away from the jets. You can imagine trying to maneuver a 40 metric ton jet at 130 knots, circling just to the south of the field there. It's quite spectacular, actually.
Yeah,
And they're typically doing 140 to 150 knots around the corner. Man, this is beautiful.
Indeed.
Wow. Yeah, I just love how little lift there is on this ridge because of the thermals.
View. Beautiful.
User joined your channel.
Mark.
Here's more lift.
User joined your channel.
Hi, alle.
Yeah, hey, Holger.
Hello.
Hi, Holger.
Hi, Olga.
Hello.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, folks.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Hi, auch.
On the JS1, do you guys use landing or 5 for family?
So far, I'm using 5, but I've tried landing and it works as well.
Is the start altitude 2000?
User joined your channel.
Looks like some pretty good cloud streets are forming above the mountains.
Yep, above the mountains, but definitely not in the valleys, and definitely not below ridgetop.
Yeah, just thinking about the blue line. If it's faster to follow straight the blue line, if it's possible, the shortest way.
You have to get a thermal. There was one over here right at the beginning.
Okay,
But-
if you turn to the right on the ridge and take your time, you should eventually reach the top of the ridge without having to stop to climb.
Yeah, I just did that. The ridge does come down a little bit after the start.
Yeah, this ridge way over here, I mean, I was getting one. It was 1.5 netto for a while, and now it's under 1. So,
Oh yeah, there's
1.3.
basically no ridge lift because the thermals kill the ridge lift. But
Yeah, we're standing at 2000, so I want to go for the south side.
I'd say the blue line is still pretty damn dangerous. I'm over here testing it.
Yep, I see you.
And there was a thermal that I would have saved my butt, but I decided, well, try it. Just pretend like there's not a thermal. I was in the thermal for a couple turns. But if there's no thermal on the way, you're toast.
Yep.
I had to do a restart going this way last time we flew out of here this direction.
It's also difficult to find the thermal. GGT is also online. I have nothing below this cloud.
I think this is one of those where you want to get some altitude pretty quick before you really get on your way too much.
I feel something, Rick.
Yeah, it's here.
Looks like the ridge always gives you a positive netto.
Thank you. Got it. Very small.
I wingtip.
Yeah, may could be a danger task. Stay high.
I think there is a description below in my video to the French forum where they.
I think if you're starting at 2000, it's time to find lift immediately,
They
or you're going to be in trouble.
Sometimes upload the tasks ahead and the sceneries.
I have now 3,300 and it's difficult to get higher here. This cloud is not so sexy.
And it's
It's fine, there's actually more ridge lift.
every day.
way out, away from the ridge than there is anywhere near it because of the sink from the clouds is killing the ridge lift.
5 p.m. Central European time. And you have 20 minutes to join the server. It's called FR07 Tchin Tchin.
I'm not exactly sure how the sinking air from the cloud manages to move upwind, but I guess it's...
No, not the Eurobattle link. It should be...
I think there is also, after the start, a problem. The next ridge is very high. So you have to climb.
I think you
that you could reach the ridge top.
also find it on the forum, on Condor's main site, under the French community. There's a link.
Yeah, may I fly this valley?
I think flying high today, cloud by cloud, in a cloud street could benefit more than the ridge.
Yeah, but I thought if I could go blue line, so past this valley at the start, and go to the next clouds to have a short possible way. The shortest way on blue line. But
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah, but
know
you
if
didn't.
it's
You
faster.
need some pretty good luck with the clouds there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
So
did it.
if you're lucky, it will really pay off. If you're unlucky, you will basically have to restart.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure
If you
about.
even get back to the start in the
You
first
have to
place.
pass 2 times the valley, and I don't know if this is a benefit.
If you don't have a cloud on the way over to that ridge on the blue line, you're toast.
And you lose. Yeah.
I just did it. And there was a cloud, and I took it a little bit, and I thought, oh, keep going, see what it would be like without it. And I was toast.
Yeah, south is faster, but extremely risky. North is a little bit slower, but much safer.
I don't know. If you go out the south, it's riskier, but all the risk is at the start. So you can always just restart if needed.
Yeah. And the clouds are
If
darker.
you get too low, I think
bigger.
you're toast.
Yeah, but this is on all sides.
As long as there's a cloud on the way, you know, right near the end there, right near the mountains, there might be one. You can't judge it. And it has to work.
Bruce, do you think you would have had any chance to make it back there?
Oh, yeah, you can get back.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that starting out the south, trying it, and if it doesn't work, just come back.
I don't know whether that cloud is still there. Can't tell.
Yeah, maybe you could start in the south. Yeah, then you have already the right valley side, and you have no only pass once later, not twice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Got
not
you.
as much about the start. It's setting yourself up for success later.
Maybe could be an idea at the south, maybe.
I don't think I see a cloud. Those ridges weren't any good. I mean, one netto, maybe 1.5 in a few spots netto.
Yeah, it's I've seen it's pretty much a constant plus nether.
I wasn't climbing. Well, maybe even at the 1.5 netto.
Yeah, it's difficult today. I have 3,500 meters now and 3 meters lift. So I think it's not much energy for making fails.
I think we can all agree it's not a good day to get in trouble anywhere.
No.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
have
Good
fun.
luck.
Everyone.
And no box, maybe, yeah? Yeah, I don't have to clean.
Nope,
Yeah, no
bug.
bugs at all.
Don't forget to forget your bugs.
Yeah.
I put mine in my pocket.
Oh wait, the JS1 has the bug wipes in the fuselage. I've not noticed that.
I guess I'm gonna have to buy the JS1.
luck, John.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Early birds.
You know, we've got 35 pilots today. That's pretty good for summer.
Yeah, on a Saturday too. I guess bad weather in Europe, no one's flying.
No, it's good weather.
Thunderstorms here in Montreal.
I'm coming also starting. I wanna see what's happened.
I didn't pay attention to the start speed. Is it 170?
170.
170, yeah.
Thank you.
Dave, we on for $1?
Not today.
Okay.
How you feeling, Dave? Any better?
Yeah, starting to feel better. Just woke up late, stayed up late, and groggy.
I was
Takes a
flying
while to
out
get
to
back into it.
User joined
I
your
was
channel.
flying out to meet you, and you were soaring, and you quit out.
No, I stayed in last night or Thursday night or whatever. I finished. It just took me forever.
You finished? How did I miss you then?
I'm not sure. I passed everybody when you guys were coming into goal. I was actually at goal, but still had to do 70 miles.
Bruce, you need to get on the U.S. Soaring Discord.
I don't like Discord.
What are you doing down there, Mark?
Well, trying to recover from my very, very blown start and seeing what's up here.
Well, I was going to join, but it says maximum number of players already reached.
Also, the server just closed too.
Join server 2
No, the server 2 is closed too. It's past
or
join
3.
time.
Are we sure that thermaling at the start was a good idea?
Well, being too low to catch any thermals further on would be a really large mistake.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not like not like there's any ridge left.
Problem is that this engine at the moment starting mostly on top of the ridges, not below. So it makes sense to get on ridge level fast. I have little bit ridge lift, little bit.
Doug, do you have 13 points of penalty there?
I might have. I was trying
Yeah.
to keep it down below 170, but I guess I screwed up on that one.
Looks like 13, man. You're leading the penalty race.
Hey, at least I'm leading at one thing.
Yeah, you need to join fast at 5,
Actually, it's good you called it
5:30
out.
p.m.
Restart is easy when you're close to the start.
That's why I did it.
And also the join time is over now, so. But there should be a third server called Tchin Tchin third or 3.
Andres, at which altitude did you get there?
Oh. Could not say. I have now 2,300.
So probably around 2000.
But it's easy, I think, to get in. That's not the difference is today. It's not so very strong. It's not difficult, but not so strong.
User disconnected from your channel.
Weak high variation.
Yep. And as far as I saw, I started with Dennis. He climbed the same speed as I climbed, so not much difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a restart.
At this spot here, I've done once the fault. I moved too early, too low. This time I don't want to do that. Hi, Mac.
Hello.
All those planes flying off the next ridge. All those people are going to be landing out soon.
DJT flying also very low. One of the lowest pilots.
He did that the other day and it did not work out for him.
Ula Nicola. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Ula Argentine.
Hello there, Rick.
Yeah, I hope so. Wingtip.
Yeah, I managed to catch a 3 meters per second after the restart, so it was a good idea.
Very nice. Nicola?
Yeah, where Andres was climbing. You know, well, basically everyone, actually.
I like this weather setting. It's smooth. Not so maximum power as usual. It's smooth and friendly.
Yeah, something tells me it wouldn't be like this in real life now, would it?
Oh no, it wouldn't.
No, not a lot of turbulence today.
No turbulence, it's such a none.
Getting any lift out of that cloud there, Bruce?
No, and there's all kinds of sink. Bad move.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. You were well on the lee side of that ridge. I didn't think there was.
A bad decision.
Well, that's where good judgment comes from after, eh?
Hopefully learn from the mistakes.
He's still pushing on, although unless he gets really lucky and catches a low thermal off that little ridge where he's up there.
Yep.
You're turning left, Bruce.
Right? I'm turning right.
Okay.
I thought I saw over four netto, but here you go. Here's some. Five netto.
I like Dave's path, crossing over early.
Shh.
I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Well, I don't see Tim at all.
He's 18.5 kilometers in front.
Wow.
And he's a bit to the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fly in the North Valley. Yeah.
Good and fast.
John, a good thermal would be would be nice.
Yeah, this is not fun, really.
Terrible sink, Rich.
Yeah, could do with a bit of that. We'll try this little cloud here. I hope it works well.
Yeah, we both turned at the same time. It was like, yeah, hit 5 on the netto. I'm like, yeah, time to stop for this one. I was hoping not
don't
to
have the center.
I was hoping to not have to stop and climb, but the lift on the ridge, or there's just not enough along the clouds.
I don't see any clouds this direction, Rich. Notice?
Well, there are clouds there, mate. A little bit to our left.
Yeah, to the left.
Yeah, it is definitely dying.
See you.
Gregor, why you flying so fast? You think you're in a race?
No, I need to pee.
That's a good reason.
New cheat. Don't go to the toilet for 3 days.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that helps to concentrate. At least
Sure,
not at
I'm telling
the
you.
right things.
Fly with a catheter if you're dedicated.
Yes, wingtip, you can get the penalty points. Starting too fast or entering a cloud.
What's the climb rate like over there, Dennis?
3.5.
3.5's pretty good. Pretty high though.
Hi Scott, I'll check the wind speed.
I think I'm gonna fall asleep before I get to the finish.
When I'm done with this thermal, I can't see it right now. Wind is from the south, though. And I think it's about 20 km/h.
Well, I think KE is maybe going to be ending soon. It's
25
amazing he made it that
kilometers.
far, but he's flying up into a kind of a dead end.
VGT is flying very low.
Yeah, I started just after him, and he was pushing pretty hard. We went our separate ways, though.
Yeah, he's flying low over the ridge. I mean, a ridge height. So he's not really gonna have the... He's not gonna have an easy time getting Moon off.
I am not going to finish this. I'm not going to land before I fall asleep. This might be the most boring task I think I've ever flown Condor for some reason. I was kind of tired to start with, but I don't know why this is killing me.
To quote an old saying, John, you'd bitch if you were hung with a gold rope.
I'll scare some skiers and buzz a gondola.
You look like you're doing great, Doug.
Well, I'm trying.
DGT is just low and struggling, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like one of those days if you go down below the valley there, you're pretty much cooked.
Two clouds I've gone under with nothing.
Rick, did you just leave a thermal?
Yeah, I've just left it.
How was it?
Pretty good, that one.
Average climb?
About 3.7.
Meters.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm taking this one then.
Bruce, this one's 2.9.
Okay.
Doug, you look like you're going up pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm averaging about, 600 feet per minute, about 3 meters per second.
I'll be there shortly. Well, hi, Rick.
Hi, Mike.
Sneaking by on the low side.
Looks like Mr. Weber's nice and low, like usual. Wow, Andreas, good time.
Yeah, but low.
Pretty good one, eh, Mike?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Bruce, I think you're going to like this one.
Yeah, but do I need it? Is the thing. I don't really thinking we do, but
Do we have a minimum finishing altitude?
nope.
Okay.
The smart guys keep going. I think they may not really need this.
My hometown.
Oh, nice. Your hometown. That's awesome.
But I'm not sure it's smart or not to keep or thinking I'm safe and I'm not.
After we turn the first turn point, is it just all downhill?
Yes.
In that case, I could actually consider sending a final glide from 90 kilometers out.
Yeah, I think the real world kicks in with me, and I'm going, there's no way I would be flying this low in the Alps.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Well, I don't have very much experience in flying in mountainous terrain, but it's that self-preservation that said there's no way I would be that low.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Right, then.
Congrats.
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 Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats, Gregor.
Congrats.
That's your cup.
Oh, Condor3.
Danke.
Dennis and Bruce, do you guys already have a final glide?
Yep.
From which altitude?
Across the waypoint, a little under 1,000. I don't remember exactly.
This thing's pretty crap, isn't it, Mike?
Say
It's a
what?
long stretch.
Yeah.
Yep.
000's turning in something here.
That's not so long. 10 minutes, then I'm home.
Just get the beer in the fridge for us.
Got a good one
Yeah,
here,
there's-
Bruce.
There is also a good restaurant there at
You
this
don't need
airport.
it.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tim.
Thanks, Tim. Congrats, Tim.
It'd be interesting to try to refly this with the thermal activity turned off, so that the ridges actually work.
God, Doug, you're specking out up there.
Let's say I'm at 9,500 feet. Yeah, I just took that last one to cloud base and then just buried the nose and just went over rather than around.
So special when you're flying in your own area.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
used to
there's-
like that in the sceneries around the like central Pennsylvania, where I grew up. We don't fly those anymore though in Condor3.
Yeah, something to be said about home field advantage.
Go, go, go. And here is a golf court. Beautiful place. Also with a very well restaurant. And the building also wrong. We didn't have so much office buildings here. It's more a valley, not a city. A village, not a city.
That's Gregor.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats, Gregor.
Oh, Caroline.
Very nice.
Congrats.
Well done. All right, Dennis.
Congrats, Dennis.
Congrats, Dennis.
Congrats, Dennis.
Very
It
well
was
done.
really
Congrats.
fast.
Yeah, very fast.
Yeah, CRA is going to kill us all.
Yep.
That's Andreas.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Congrats, Andreas.
Congrats,
Thanks,
Andreas.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Lake of Zurich.
Don't forget about all those protocols that Doug was talking about when you get there.
So that was
Innsbruck.
yeah, that was in Innsbruck.
CRA beat us.
Yep.
I need to leave, guys. The pizza is waiting. I wish you all a nice flight and a nice day and evening. And see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a good
Cheers.
evening.
See you.
So
Have
you're
a
too late.
nice evening,
Gregor.
Gregor.
User
Sorry.
disconnected from your channel.
F1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tim.
That's Tim.
Congrats.
That's him.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats.
And here is one of the few airports in Switzerland which are also have a plane which could flying on the lake. We have not much in Switzerland, but here is 3 or 4 pilots could fly.
Oh, seaplanes?
Right.
Yeah.
Small planes.
Like a twin otter?
Not twin, it's just a single engine.
Okay.
But it's not a Cessna, it's another, like a Beaver.
Nice airplane, the Beaver, by the way.
Yeah, I like this nostalgic one, like this DC-3, which is standing here on the airport. I think it's a DC-3. I'm not sure.
It's either a 3 or a 2.
Yeah, the charming ones, the old ones, yeah. It's very interesting. It looks like in real. The scale is more or less true. And at the position at A16 at the landing field, I had once a flight with the helicopter, and we landed there on this corner on this airfield.
User disconnected from your channel.
Interesting task that the field is so stretched this time. It's not a long distance.
I think DGT is going to get us as well.
Yeah, DGT went low and fast, took the risk, and it worked out.
Congrats, Rich.
That's Rich.
Thank you.
Congrats.
I must be honest, on the low ridge I had not much lift, I had not much positive, just below zero sinking, half meter to zero. So it was a final glide after this this long valley on the lake. But was just a glide.
Oh, it's pretty close, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
6 seconds.
I deviated way too far to the south and ended up coming back to the blue line anyway. Nice flight, not fast, but lovely.
Yeah, there's sure a lot of pretty mountains and valleys.
Yeah, GT got in faster, huh?
Yeah. Congrats, Mike.
Thank you.
Congrats, Mike.
Congrats, Mike.
Congrats, Mike.
Thanks.
Congrats.
Congrats, Mike. Congrats, Bruce.
Congrats, Bruce.
Congrats, Bruce and Doug.
Yeah.
Congrats, Bruce.
Disappointing.
Congrats, Bruce.
Thanks, Mike.
And congrats, Doug.
Thanks, Rick.
DGT's got some speed on.
Yep.
Yeah.
He may take it all. It'll be close.
I just don't know how you do it that good low.
I mean, he took the same risks he's been taking in a couple of the flights recently. Today it worked out. Previous flights it didn't.
Well, but will it work out enough for the win?
It may.
Yeah, I think the second place is safe, but the first is not. Yeah, close to the first.
6 kilometers to run in a minute and a half, so probably not.
Yeah.
So Dennis and Andreas, you guys did really great today. Really nice.
Well, that was sure a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. That was a fun flight.
Those 13 points, you didn't go back, Doug.
What do you mean by that?
We had a 13-point penalty. You could have restarted, you know?
Oh, if I restarted, would the penalty have been wiped out?
Right,
Yes.
right. A clean
Yeah,
flight.
start penalties do, cloud penalties don't, and turn point areas penalties don't. But if it was just too fast on the start, that'll reset.
Yeah, I've learned something new every day. Well, it's okay. I was pretty satisfied with that one.
I'm bummed because I started right behind DGT and I did close I closed a little bit on him in the first 5 or 10 minutes, but then just totally went a different way. If I'd have followed him, I might have been ahead of him.
A lot of people
Yeah,
have
second
tried
place,
that.
Yeah, he didn't make first.
Yep.
Still very nice, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll see y'all later.
Even so low.
Yeah. It's really cool. You know, he took a different approach, the low approach, and he still did really well with it.
See you, Dennis. Have a good afternoon.
See you, Dennis. Take care, mate.
See you.
User disconnected from your channel.
Very interesting. I found the final glide also interesting with this little hump there. I know it's my place where I live, but from the flying side, it was interesting to fly this area, to see it from the sky.
Well, I have to say, where you live is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, also the lake is clear. You could drink the water. We have in Switzerland, we have very clean thinking about nature, and you could drink every water from every lake.
Wow, that's impressive.
Good time there, Dave.
Thanks, Bruce.
It was decent.
Yeah, very nice.
Went a completely different route than all you guys.
Yeah, I was doing your route for a while, and then I went even farther south than you did. Not a good idea.
Yeah, I
as
don't think it
turns
was
out.
the fastest, but
I thought maybe it would get me into the high mountains and I'd be able to hang out there all the way. But I ended up getting pushed out of them anyway back to the north, so oops.
And for me, was clear, don't go too high, because you had not much better climbing higher. So not much benefit. So
Yeah,
I
so
just
that's-
climbed to reach the next ridge.
Yep, I thought going higher would get me better climbs. It did not.
when you Mark, when you first crossed, did you get kind of screwed there for a few minutes, like I did, or wasn't
No,
sure?
I never got stuck. I made sure to stay high enough that I didn't get stuck.
I didn't get stuck. I just had to meander my way through the canyons there for a little bit until I got around the corner and got a good lift.
Well, I'm going to
But
jump off
definitely
of
ate a
here,
little bit of time.
guys. Everybody have a great afternoon and evening. It was good flying with you. We'll
Cheers.
see y'all
Yeah, see you, Mike.
tomorrow.
Cheers, Mike.
See you,
Thank
Mike.
you, Mike.
Have a
See
good
you.
day, mate.
Same to you, Mike. Take care.
User disconnected from your channel.
Also, the 80-meter class was nice to fly.
Yeah, and without box.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to go over the top for the finish, and I might not have enough to make it.
You could fly
Yeah.
the outer route.
Yeah, I can fly out and around, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'll just give up now, because if I crashed trying to go over, I'd be mad at myself.
No, not over. I follow also the outer route that was very low.
No minimum finishing altitude, right?
No minimum.
Correct.
Okay. I don't know why HTP is keeping himself so idle. Yeah, whatever.
Inexperience.
I used
Well,
to
also,
do
I
that
mean,
too.
If you're not like racing for the win, sometimes it's nice to just poke around.
Sure is less stress when you're higher.
Yeah, once I realized that my route wasn't fast, I figured I would just stay high and enjoy the views.
Congrats, Nicola.
Thanks.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats, Nicola.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Looks like you have ample altitude there, Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about finishing.
The sink really wasn't bad, really, going around there on the lee either, which helped a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end I calculated with McCready too and was fine.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be south of that lake before the turn point, really, really, really high, and then I could just go to the turn point and straight over home. That didn't play out. I ended up being low enough that I had to go back north of the lake and kind of shot my plan.
Not special. I know it precise, this region there, also this turn to Glarus, to the last turn point. And the rest I'm flying just for about feeling, not about calculation. I know it's enough. I know the distance between Glarus, the turn point, and the final from real, and it fits well. Often I struggle with the scale of the map and the distance in real. I have the feeling if it's possible to reach or not.
Yeah, I tried the JS1 today because Bruce said the Polar is actually a little bit better.
Yep, it is.
And?
Well, inconclusive, I don't know.
But a good glider. Fits well.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty close to the Ventus, but still a little better in some of the areas. But it's definitely better than the JS3, at least if you lay them on top of each other.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem, I don't even know if that stuff is really the way it works, Do the polars really match what happens in this simulation or not? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, at 200, it is certainly better.
So, question, guys. I've the only 18 meter I have is the Antares. So, if I were to get another one, would the JS1 be better, or should I be looking at the Ventus?
JS3, I would say.
Yeah, I only bought one, and I bought the JS3.
A second one to a JS3.
Based on polars, the Ventus really kicks JS3's ass, at least in the 15 meter size, and it's still better than the 18. Now, this is all according to polars, okay? So I don't know. Everybody still flies the JS3. It confounds me.
From flying, I like the Ventus more. It's easier to climb in turns for me. It's fit better for me than the JS3. I have more be focused on a JS3. For me, it's more difficult to flying.
Congrats, Mark.
Yes.
Thanks.
Congrats, Mark.
Congrats, Mark.
Well, that's interesting. Well, thanks for the heads up, guys. I'll have to flip a coin and see which one I'm going to get next time.
Yeah. Also, when you're flying full ballast, the JS3 is for me more danger in stalling than the Ventus. It's for me more forgiven.
Yeah, but still, 60. The Ventus can only go up to about 5 or 56, and the JS3 can go to 60. It just kicks everybody's butt. Unlimited ballast.
Okay, so you're saying the straight line distance, the straight line, the JS3 is probably a good one because of the higher wing loading.
Well, fully ballasted, yeah. That's why in Condor 2, that's all we flew.
Yeah.
Once you get up to right at 57 is what I found in the 15 meter. If you can load up the JS3 to 57, and then the benches only goes up to about 55 or something, then they about match.
Well, that's a little bit of a pain. I'm just bringing up the JS3, but it doesn't show you the polar if you don't have the plane activated. Bummer.
It's been a sore spot for me for a while. I can't even compare which one I want to buy if I can't look at the polars. There are other. You can look at the polars in other software that's out there. People have pulled in the polars, but you can't do it inside Condor itself. So it just seems like a bad sales technique too. Like if they want you to buy one, they should let you see what all the goods that you want to pay for.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. Yeah.
They probably figure that's part of their, that's value. That's their information about the polar, and you have to pay for it, kind of thing. It's probably their thinking.
Yeah, but I agree that it's value, which is why I want to see it so that I know if I should pay for it or not. I think the Condor team in general could do with like hiring a product person for a day. Just be like, here are the things that are really annoying people about your product. Please fix this. And then that's it. They don't need to be permanent, but just a few little things.
What you can do, Doug, is you can have one of us mail you polars if you need them. That's what I've done for the ones I don't own. I've had people mail them to me, and then I could look at them and plot them and do all that.
Oh, that's
an
an
idea. We
idea.
could start a thread on the forums and post the screenshots of them. Everybody could post the screenshots.
Yeah,
I forget what the software. One of the pieces of software, it's like it has the polars, and you can compare them there. But I forget which piece of software it is actually.
The problem is all you really see is the minimum and the maximum loading. You don't see in between.
Well, that's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah.
So, and it turns out it is linear. I did some testing on that. It is linear with ballast. And you fill it up halfway, well, it's halfway between the two lines.
All right, gentlemen, I'm out of here. As always, it was a pleasure flying through the Alps in the morning with you.
Good one, Mark. Congratulations on not losing your butt today.
Oh, yeah, Dave, I'm telling you, when the pressure is off, I can just take a sightseeing tour. It's completely different.
Yeah, I know. It's different, isn't it? Have a good one.
See you, Mark. Good night, mate.
Congrats, Holger.
Congrats, Holger.
Congrats, Holger.
Congrats. Yep, guys, have a good day, man. Enjoy your Saturday,
Dave.
Yeah, see you.
I'll say bye as well. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Tim.
So long, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
See you, Tim. Take care, mate.
From your channel.
All right, guys, I'm going to bail as well. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Disconnected.